No one should have to tell you this, but the focus of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage should be on them. Although they had some dialogue in show 13 of season 1 of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, the show wasn't really about them. Things went wrong when Audrey attempted to give the tire store a feminine touch, leading to tension between her and Jim. While the older McAllisters battled, Georgie and Mandy largely tagged around. The tire store took center stage in this episode rather than the romance between Georgie and Mandy, which is somewhat predictable. In previous episodes, the tire shop has played a major role. Jim's determination to maintain things the same and Georgie's growing impatience with his incessant disregard for her opinions have recently taken center stage. Workplace comedies aren't anything I'm against. The Mary Timony show's take on office life was hilarious. So what's the deal with Georgie and Mandy's first marriage? It was never one. After Mandy took offense to George's anti-feminist stance, I'm relieved that they didn't get into an argument. Those fights are becoming old fast, but if there's ever a time to be angry at your partner, it's when he makes fun of women's intelligence. That kind of humor isn't my cup of tea. Luckily, that drill turned into an account of Audrey's time at the tire business. The plot was obvious from the get-go, and Georgie and Mandy were peripheral characters at best. They acted like grown-ups for a change. Despite the fact that the titular couple wasn't the main focus of episode 13 of season 1 of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, it had a different impact. When you looked closely, the tire store appeared to be drawing battle lines, and Mandy didn't really have a position on matter. In an unexpected turn of events, Daddy's girl Mandy is on the opposite side from Georgie. Could this be the end result of Georgie and Mandy's divergent viewpoints, which have been building since episode 11 of season 1 of their first marriage? Trying to predict what would finally break the camel's back for these two on a weekly basis may be fruitless, since no breakup ever occurs due to a single factor. A pivotal discussion took place in the last minutes of episode 13 of season 1 of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. Ultimately, Georgie felt terrible about the bickering that had broken out between Jim and Audrey. He wished they would stop fighting and expressed regret for what he saw as his part in it. Jim was able to offer Georgie the most sound marital advice anyone had ever offered him. Because of it, Georgie should really remember this advice in light of the numerous arguments that she and Mandy have had over meaningless matters. Perhaps it is for that reason that the show is titled Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. A lot of bickering and mending happens between the main couple as well. Fortunately, there will come a point when they realize they can't continue, at least momentarily. I can only pray that their dramatic breakup isn't over anything really absurd when they finally do.